Well, welcome back to Only Friends. Just had a couple technical difficulties, but it's fine. Like, it's fine. What is a podcast without, what is our podcast without some technical difficulties?
And what is a podcast that starts the week of daylight savings without bringing up daylight savings and how I literally do not feel like it is 11 a.m.
What do you feel like it is?
Earlier.
Yeah, like last night I was like, it was 10 p.m. and I was like, I don't want to go to bed yet. I was like, it's so early. Like, it felt so fucking early.
Yeah.
And I think I literally was like depressed yesterday. And I think it's because the sun was going down so late. I'm not even kidding, but I was driving at like 6 something. I was like, God, the fucking sun. I was like, the sun should go down.
Oh my
God.
At
4 p.m. Like, this is outrageous.
We are on. See,
it's outrageous.
We just won't understand each other on this. Like, this is the great debate.
No, I know.
I don't get it. Like, when we were driving to the airport, I was like, oh my God, the sun's still out. Our flight's at 8:50 p.m. And we're driving at like 5:30. Takes an hour. We get to the airport. It's like 7. And I was like, this is awesome.
I just am so comforted by nighttime. I think that's just what it is. But I like get why people like it, obviously. Like daylight savings. It's like I get seasonal depression the opposite way.
No, what are you going to do if they make it like year round? You're going to have to move to
Alaska
Iceland or
something.
wherever.
Yeah, I'm going to move somewhere it's always dark.
Oh, always dark. Alaska.
Oh, it's like half the year.
There's a place in Alaska, though, I'm pretty sure. What was that show?
I don't think I'd like that, though, actually. Like, I like daytime. I do. I just wish it was shorter.
I couldn't disagree more.
However, it is shorter for me because I do like sleep in a little bit more. So I feel like for the average like person my age, it is shorter for me.
Maybe during daylight savings, you just have to shift your time. So it's like go to bed later, wake up later, and then it's...
But then it's like I'm off society. Like I can't do good influences at 10 a.m.
That's true.
You know, I'll be like, sorry guys, I'll be there at noon. That's my clock. I need another hour.
So wild.
Well, imagine if daylight savings was like 2 hours. Like, how crazy would that be? Like, that would be insane.
Like, what do you mean?
Like, if the time changed by 2 hours instead of just 1. It's kind of crazy.
But we would gain then another hour of light?
Yeah.
Oh, I'd do it.
But, like, even the opposite way. It'd get dark at, like, 2:30.
Oh, then I would kill
myself. On the other way. Speaking of, like, switching it or whatever.
It'd be 3:30.
Yeah, it'd be like 3:30, sorry.
But still kill myself.
But I feel like at 2:30, like, oh, sun's about to go down. Like, I remember leaving our podcast and being like, I feel like sun's about to go down.
Yeah,
like,
you're like
a
thriving.
Lot. Yeah,
you're like getting an adrenaline rush, and I'm like,
I just love it because, especially for driving, it's just like so much clearer at night.
What?
I can't.
Clearer?
The sun at between 3 and the
Stay off the roads.
I have to drive sometimes.
Stay off the road.
Between 3 and the sundown, the sun is in your eye. It's unsafe. It is glaring. You're gonna ruin your retinas. Like, I fucking hate it. It's glaring, bouncing off of buildings. I'm like, go away.
But at night, it's like everyone is either a wild driver. There's more like elements you have to be afraid of.
But there's less
drunk
people.
Drivers.
I feel like there's less people, which I love. And I can just see so much clearly because everything's lit up by like artificial light.
I don't know.
I like it. But back to like,
I
should
can't
we
talk
make
to
it
you anymore?
Okay, well done. Back to year round. I mean, we did vote for it too.
Yeah, years ago.
Yeah, so apparently it's like held up in Congress. And then I just saw this random like clip of Trump that someone like asked him in like he was sitting in his office and they were like, what are your thoughts on like changing like daylight savings? Like, that's what you want to do. And he was like, I really don't. He pretty much was like, I really don't know because half the people really like it because they don't want to, because when it's like this, then they have to send their kids to school in the dark and like parents don't like that supposedly.
In the morning?
Yeah. If it's like super early, like 6 or whatever.
Who the fuck is sending their kids to school that early?
Well, people do if they have.
I thought that was during the winter.
Huh?
I feel like it's bright out in the morning.
I can't follow right now. I don't know what you're saying.
I don't think it's dark out. I think it's dark out.
Well, also,
in the winter.
He just could be saying things that just make no sense.
We took a flight on Monday and like, no, I'm 100%. I think it's opposite. Like in the winter, I think it's dark in the mornings.
Oh, I wasn't specifying like when. I just mean like when daylight savings happens, like when it gets dark early. Or sorry, when it gets light early, some parents are like, sorry. when the sun goes down later.
Yeah.
In the morning, it comes up later.
No, but I'm saying it's the opposite. Like,
no.
When we took our flight on Friday, it was like 6 a.m. and the sky was lit up. And I was like, oh, this is so crazy.
Yeah, but that's because we were so close to like the earth turning and like daylight savings. Like middle of, like in December.
Right. It hadn't
it's like,
happened yet.
Yeah, in like December or like November, it's like getting dark at like 5.
Yeah, but it's also dark Like when we fly, me just using as we have a flight at 7:05 when we go to Utah, and it's dark throughout the winter.
In the morning?
Mm-hmm. But then on Friday, it was light.
I can't really think right now. But basically,
when I take my flight on Friday, that'll be the true test.
Okay, whatever. He basically was saying, like,
it doesn't matter.
Yeah, he didn't really have an opinion on it. Like, I thought for sure he'd be like, oh, yeah, we want to do, like, make it like this. But he was like, I don't know. Like, half the people like it this way, half the people like this way. And I was like, oh, that's, like, the first thing I've ever heard of him say that was, like, bipartisan. Like, what do you mean you're contemplating other people?
The thing that doesn't matter at all.
Literally. But it kind of does. Like, people are, like, it's a whole thing. I mean, people have always been like, why is this a thing? Like, even since I was little, I remember people just being like, this is such an old thing for, like, farmers. They don't need this anymore. Like, they have technology.
I just mean in the sphere of things going on, it's like, this literally doesn't matter at all.
Oh, 100%. Yeah. No, we've got genocides happening. Like, let's calm down.
That's so interesting. Maybe we can post a poll and see where, like, the people stand. And maybe it's 50-50, and then we can send that info into Trump and be like, you know what? You're right.
Yeah, be like, we're your biggest fans.
For once in your life, you're right.
Yeah. I think most people would say they like this daylight savings more when the sun goes down later.
Yeah.
I mean, most people do. A lot of people get seasonal depression, it gets dark early. They're like, what the fuck? I just find comfort in nighttime.
The chaos.
No, not chaos.
She finds the comfort in the chaos.
Yeah, fucking right. No, not at all. I find panic attacks in the chaos.
That being said, I didn't wake up until 8:45 this morning, and I woke up like, I was like, what time is it? And he was like, it's 8:30. And I was like, what?
You're like,
and then I looked at my phone and it was 8:45, and I was like,
me, if I went, what? I'd be like, I need to go back to bed.
No, I was like, oh my God, like, we're so late.
Oh, yeah.
What are we have all these things to do.
No, you're good. Also, you were like an hour.
I know.
Right? So, like, how does that?
We both woke up and we were like, we're so tired. And I was like, I don't know if it's from like being in Utah and the time changing there and already like being an hour different.
So did it change 2 hours for you, basically? I'm confused.
Girl.
I can't think.
I don't know what time is getting dark or when it's getting.
When you're in Utah, is it an hour off?
An hour ahead.
So if it's 6 p.m. here, it's 7 p.m. there.
Correct.
And time moved back? Question mark.
So it's kind of like I just came back to the same time.
Yeah.
It cancels out.
Why are you so tired?
I don't know.
Well, also you went to bed later because you probably weren't going to bed at like fucking 9. Or maybe you did. I don't know.
Yeah, I literally have no idea. No, we stayed up pretty late on Saturday. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like, you went to bed late Saturday and then you lost an hour. So,
yeah,
like,
and then I also skied for 2 days. And, like, literally yesterday after we skied, I was like, I could nap for, like, 10 hours right now. But couldn't because we had to travel.
Yeah.
So it was just a lot. But also, while we were there, TJ decided we're ending the winter this weekend. We're supposed to go 2 more times.
Oh, my God.
I know.
So you're going this weekend coming up and then...
And driving home.
I'm surprised he is allowing that to happen.
His dad, I think he's just like really sad because his dad hasn't been able to ski for like majority of the season. He just had surgery last week he tore his meniscus. And so like every time he goes, it's like he's excited to go skiing, but he's like, also like, this too. Sucks because I know my dad's just inside like not able to do anything. So the other day was just like, we can just make next weekend our last weekend. And I was like, oh, do you have stuff like coming up? And he was like, no, I'm just like sad.
Oh, so are you happy that it's your last weekend?
It's such like a bittersweet thing because like I love spending time with them, but I'm also happy to not have to like schlep again and again and again.
Yeah.
We're also not going to bring Paris with us this weekend just because like it's like every other weekend we're like drugging her up to get her on a flight and we are there from Friday to Sunday. Like it's just a lot. And I mean last night I was like, we can't bring her again in 4 days. Like it's just too much. And then it'll be nice too because then driving home we don't have to like deal with her, and she gets stressed out during that too. So
it's like you have a child-free weekend.
No, thinking about the flight, I'm like, hell fucking yeah.
I have never thought about that. Like you're probably like, it's like not having a kid with you. It's like I don't have to worry about checking any of their fucking bags, making sure they're not, like, not barking.
Well, with her too, it's so annoying. Like with Delta, you add the dog to your flight prior to, but then they don't let you check in. You have to go to the counter.
Yeah.
And it's like we never...
To like the check bag counter.
Yeah, to check her in.
Which is so annoying because like the benefit of flying without a checked bag is like it's just so quick.
Yeah, we don't check bags with her.
But then you have to check her.
It's so annoying.
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously it's like, takes maximum 5 to 10 minutes to do that because like both Burbank and the Salt Lake Airport are amazing.
Yeah. Your second homes, your second and third homes.
Yeah. But it's crazy when we travel with her. I'm like, I don't know how people do it with kids. Like this is stressful enough.
Yeah. I mean, I don't either. I have no idea. I got these Sony headphones that are so
I feel like the microphone is away from your mouth.
What do you mean?
Like you're talking and it's over here. So just careful.
I kind of felt myself doing them. I was like, I was like going next to it.
That's when I noticed it too.
They're so noise canceling that I'm so excited to try them on a plane.
Ooh, like I don't know. You got to plan a trip.
I know.
Where are you gonna go?
I don't know. Vegas and back. I don't know.
Ooh, no, you won't fly there.
No,
it's just easier to drive.
Sometimes. Well, it'll be interesting with my new car. I don't know if I'll have to stop to charge. If I don't have to stop to charge, that'll be really nice.
Oh, I thought you got it so the miles were.
I did. I mean, basically, it has the most miles you can get for an electric vehicle unless you jump up to like $100,000 car. Like it's really
Wait, did
crazy.
You get it yet?
Tomorrow's 2 weeks. So if I don't have it by tomorrow, they're paying the first month, bitch. It's going to be ready like today. I'll be like, oh.
Yeah, like really crunch time.
Yeah.
It's like, that would be so annoying to me if it was like, okay, it isn't ready tomorrow. And then they're like, okay, we're paying for your first payment. But then like it doesn't come until the next month or something.
No, I
like,
know. I'm kind of worried.
When's the cutoff date for them?
I'll have to ask because I mean, I asked a lot of questions. I was like, okay, if something happens and like this part doesn't work, like, am I fucked basically? And he was like, no. He's like, our leases are very like, we'll figure it out. Like, you're not going to be like unhappy. Like, don't worry. So
yeah, I would check in and be like, hey, like if I don't have it 2 weeks from tomorrow, are you going to be making my next payment?
I feel like I'm annoying the fuck out of him because I'm so impatient.
You should be.
But like, I've only texted him like twice.
No, you're fine.
And it's been 2 weeks and I've been like, hey, just checking in. Like, And I'm a type of person like, okay, so it's waiting for a part and the part has to come and they have to like put it. And he said like once it's there, like it's not a whole thing. Like they can just do it. It'll be ready.
Back ordered or something?
Yeah, it was back ordered. But my whole thing is like, I'm such a little like researcher, or I don't know what I'd call myself, but like I want to know the exact part and I want to know the tracking number and I want to go see if I can find it somewhere.
Like that's OCD.
You know, maybe I'm just like, I love like that's how I found the car. Like I mean, it's how most people find their cars, but like, yeah, I just went on my own. It was like,
you're sending it to me. You're like, there's actually a part right here.
No, I'm like, it's on Amazon. You usually get it tonight.
I'll install it myself.
Yeah. So I'm very excited, but like it's so close to the 2 weeks. I'm like, okay, now I'm like, I'm good Wednesday if I get it because then I don't have to pay for it and it's kind of sick.
Yeah. So is it like 5 p.m. tomorrow and then they make the first payment?
I don't really know. I'm going to text him tomorrow if it's not ready and be like, how does this work? Because but they did pay off my Tesla completely. Like I got a notification last week and I was like, okay, cool, that's done. I don't know if it made my credit go up. I thought it would because like I just technically paid off a big debt.
Remember what I told you?
Oh, sometimes it affects.
Do you have any other debt?
My house. That's good debt.
Yeah.
I don't have any bad debt. I only have good debt.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which was my car, my house, and now it's just my house.
So annoying.
And like whatever's on my credit card, but I pay it every month. So.
It doesn't make any sense.
What?
Credit score.
Well, yeah, most other countries don't have it.
It's so stupid. Like I think I paid like my student loan debt off and then they were like, no, it was something else because it was like when we already had this house and we were looking for another one. And then I got like my credit report and they were like, you have bad credit. And I was like, from what? And they're like, because you don't have any like bad credit.
Like you like good credit, you mean?
No, bad.
Oh, yeah, it's so backwards.
And I was like, okay, so you want me to be in debt?
Yeah.
So then like, it'll be better? Like, debt. What the fuck are you talking about?
No, I know. Oh my God, this is like very similar, but you've probably seen it. Did you see the TikTok of the guy who, I think it was his daughter, or maybe it was him, got like some sort of like surgery or something or medical procedure, and they got a bill, and it was
yes, I saw.
Yeah, it was the uninsured amount, But then he got another bill and it was the insured amount and it cost more. And so he called and he was like, hey, I think there was a mix up. Like genuinely like, this isn't right, obviously. And they're like, oh, well, if you're uninsured, you get a big discount because blah, blah. And he basically was just like, so basically I shouldn't have health insurance.
He was like, can I take my health insurance off of it? And they're like,
Literally.
no, you already just added it.
It's such a fucking scam.
Because initially they didn't have his insurance in the system. So he then went in to be like, hey, could you, here's my insurance. I think you forgot to add my insurance. And then it went up.
Yeah. I would lose my mind.
I'd be like, okay, I'm not paying this bill.
Literally. I'd be like, as soon as Luigi gets out of jail, it's on site.
I remember all the comments were like, Luigi, where are your friends at?
Yeah. I've saved a funny meme that's come in handy a couple times where it's like the bat signal and then it's Luigi's face in the sky in the little hole.
Yeah,
I'm like,
call his ass.
We need him. His hot ass.
It's just so stupid.
Yeah.
All of it.
I
hope he gets off.
I don't know if I told you this. Well, they're apparently finding like the police officers made a lot of mistakes.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah. That would be fucking crazy.
Like they didn't read him his Miranda rights. They took his stuff away without.
They told him he wasn't arrested when he was.
Yep. They searched his stuff and like brought it into a corner and didn't do like the right searching. Mm-hmm. So like that's a huge mistake because they could have planted it.
Yeah.
I hope he gets off.
I understand he like literally murdered someone, which is, inherently not a good thing to do.
Of course.
But in the it's like, I don't know. I don't need to get into it. But what I was going to say is, I don't know if I told you about this, but when I was looking at the car like a couple weeks ago, we were just talking numbers and the lady was like, so it looks like it cannot be leased because the credit isn't where it needs to be. And I was like, because I'm like, I know my credit's good. Like, what the hell do you mean? And it was kind of, I felt like I was in the principal's office. Like, she was like, kind of like, sorry, it's just not going to work out. And I was like, what? And I was like, wait, my credit's like really good. I mean, I don't understand. And she was like, hold on, let me just go make sure. And then she went back and it was like, okay, I misunderstood. The car had been returned, so it can't be leased. It has to be bought.
Oh.
I was like, why would you assume? Like, I don't care, obviously, but like, could you imagine someone who was like very upset about that? I'd be like, excuse me, ma'am.
Oh.
What?
Sorry, I just heard like thing.
Oh yeah, you're out of town. You didn't hear it. There was a helicopter yesterday or Saturday, and it was so low. It was shaking the house. And what? I
need a compilation of you going so.
Did I do that a lot?
That's what we found out when you weren't talking into the microphone.
So whatever. It was so low and so loud, but then it turned on sirens for like 10 seconds. It was so
I didn't know
weird.
They could do that.
I know. And so I looked, I couldn't find it anywhere on like Nextdoor or Neighbors. I was like, for sure someone has said something. Also, you missed 2 earthquakes. So
2?
There was one yesterday morning. Wait, when did you get back yesterday?
Night.
Okay, yesterday morning. Yesterday during the day, and
I think it was at like 2:00.
Yeah, it was like kind of rumbly. I was walking and couldn't feel it, but as soon as I stopped, I was like, oh yeah, there is an earthquake.
Weird.
Lasted a long time, and then I guess there was one in like Malibu last night, but I didn't feel it at all. So it was like a 3 point something. The other one was like a 4.
I don't think anyone felt it because the only reason I knew about the first one was because the group chat I'm in was all talking about it.
Yeah.
Oh, and they didn't mention the Malibu
one. That one, I think I woke up today and it was like on Quake feed, like in the middle of the night.
That makes me really sad for Malibu.
I know. I mean, it wasn't like a big one.
I know, but they just have so much going on there already.
Yeah. I mean,
it's going to rain all week. Oh,
I know.
All these which is like good, but not good because of the fires and then the landslides that are going to bring all of the like ash.
I got a watch duty notification and I was like, hello?
I know.
PTSD.
It was good. We're all good.
Yeah, we're all good. We're all good. We're perfect.
Well, what did you do the weekend?
I want to tell you, I've been watching The Pit. So good. I love a medical show.
You know what I just found out? Because I watched the 10th episode, which I thought was going to be the finale.
There's 10 episodes? Thank God I'm only on 5.
But there will be 15. So I'm going to need to be like, knock, knock, knock.
No,
open up.
Her neighbor,
let me in.
What did your neighbor do? Produced it or
his
something?
Production company.
Yeah, I'm about to knock on his door and be like, hey, what the fuck is going to happen?
Yeah.
It's so good. I love it. I especially love it too because
that's crazy. I give you a rec in that weekend you're watching.
I know. I was shook. I was like, I'm just going to start something. I think I was like off my Love is Blind and I was like, okay, I'll just start it and like see what happens. I honestly did though. The first episode I was like, I feel like this is too cheesy for me, but it's really not. Like I don't think it's corny at all.
I like that they like it's different than Grey's Anatomy because Grey's is like so interpersonal and like kind of
so
less
serious.
medical.
Yeah.
And this one is very medical and like sneaky relationship-y.
Yeah.
Like you're like, wait, I want to know like what the relationships are and like all of
or like
this.
what happened with this person.
Totally.
Or whatever. But it reminds me of, I was watching a there's a thing on Netflix I watched. I think I talked about it on the podcast. I think it was called like Emergency 911 or something like that.
Yes.
It's literally basically this show, but in documentary form. Like it's so good. You might like it actually. And the doctors that they show are just like the warmest, like sweetest men. They're like, just, I don't know. I love it.
Obsessed with the like chief of the floor.
Yeah,
whatever you call that character. I love him. Robbie.
Yeah, I think he's like chief of the doctor chief.
Yeah.
Chief of doctors.
The ER chief.
Chief of doctors.
I love him. And he's kind of hot.
Yeah, I didn't think so at first. At first I was like, ugh, he just looks like an average man. And then I'm like, oh, he has like a lot of character to him.
Yeah, and I'm obsessed with the like head nurse. Love her.
I'm not sure who that is yet.
She's the blonde one who he's like always...
With glasses? She's a student, I think.
Oh, yeah, no, that one.
Oh, yes. I know who you're talking about. She's always like at the desk.
Yes.
Yeah.
The head nurse, just telling people what to do. She's great. I love her.
I feel like I saw so many things this weekend, like visually in terms of movies and TV shows. We saw...
So much is happening.
What do you mean?
Like on television.
Oh.
Like I'm feeling overwhelmed. And
Have you started White Lotus?
No. I had this exact conversation last night. Because on my flight home, I was like looking at Twitter and stuff and so many people were like, this season's so boring. This season's so boring.
Okay, I was going to say, I feel like I haven't seen anyone talk about it.
Oh, I've seen a lot.
Oh, I haven't at all. So I'm like, is it like, what's happening?
Yeah, no, I need to watch.
Yeah, I'm going to watch too. I think I'll wait till it's out.
Yeah.
But, we saw Mickey 17 at the movie theater yesterday.
Mickey 17.
It's with Robert Pattinson and he's like,
oh.
Yeah, it was okay. I was like,
Our Pat.
Yeah, it was okay. It was basically him signing up. It's kind of like making fun of Trump in a way. Like you can tell, like the main guy has like Trumpisms, and a lot of people wear like red hats, and they're like, "Ooh," because they're like going off to space and like creating a population basically in space.
Oh yeah, I had no idea what the movie was about.
Yeah, me neither. And then Robert Pattinson signs up to be it's called like an expendable. So basically, he can die, and they'll just reprint him, and he'll have like all his memories and everything. So he can like go and like explore this place and like see if there's viruses or like whatever. It's a good concept. Like I enjoyed it. I just like I think last night I was like I feel like it was kind of a waste of like I don't know. I like watching movies at home so much more. Not money, just like
experience,
just sitting there.
Time.
Also, there's a kids like next to me just being so fucking loud.
What time did you go?
It was at 3.
Yeah, so then you had to drive during the bad sun hours.
I did. Yes, that's last. Yesterday we were driving home. I was like, I fucking hate this. I was like, get rid of the sun. I hate it. I'll tell Trump to get rid of the sun.
Well, you'll have a good week because it's gonna be like icky and rainy.
I know. Thank God.
So the sun will be gone. And
I feel crazy for saying that, but like truly, it's like I like sunny days. I do. I like summer.
Yeah.
I just prefer like fall, chilly like
energy.
Yeah, but I think it's because I live here and it's like always so warm.
Yeah. Okay, what else did your eyes see?
What else did my eyes see? Well, fully watched Love is Blind. I know you haven't watched it, so
how'd it go?
I was very surprised, honestly. Can I spoil it for you?
Yeah, I don't care.
Okay, so skip if whatever.
Skip.
Every single woman said no, except one couple. It was hilarious, and all because they were like, "Yeah, I'm not ready."
Oh.
Which was like great. I loved it.
Good for them.
I was
normal.
Obsessed.
Were they like, we can keep going, but like, I just don't want to get married right now? Or were they like hard pass?
No, there was one couple that the guy was like, literally when they were on the altar, he was like, she said no because there's a whole meme on Twitter right now. You've probably seen it. It's like the girl said no at the altar because he doesn't really care about Black Lives Matter. Yeah. He doesn't care about LGBTQ.
He just like doesn't have opinions on them.
Yeah, well, he's also like religious. Like he goes to church every Sunday, like whatever. So people are.
It's weird because I saw that clip and like in my mind, I didn't watch the show, so like I didn't know if they like had those conversations on camera. But I was expecting her to like read him to filth and be like, you don't like this, you don't like it is all over my feed. And I was like, oh, he just like doesn't talk about it.
Yeah, well, so when they were in the pods, she was like, how do you feel about, I think I talked about this. She was like, how do you feel about Black Lives Matter and like politics and stuff? And he was like, I just don't really like, whatever. And so she was like, okay. And she's like, would you be willing to like learn more? And he's like, yes, of course. And then I think at the reunion, she was like, he just never like asked questions. He never like tried to evolve. Like I tried. Her sister's gay, so she's like, I need you to be comfortable with. It was actually funny. So she went to one of his church services with him just to be like, I'll go with you and see if I like the vibe or whatever. And she kept asking him like, what are their stances on LGBTQ? And he kept being like, I'm not really sure. Like they accept everyone. And so on one day he was working and she listened to a service that was like happening that day or something. That. Yeah. And it was like,
she said that like in the clip. She was telling her mom.
Oh yeah.
She's like, I watched a service and they're like very anti.
Yeah. And he was like, at the reunion, he's like, I didn't know that because it never like pertained to me. And I was like, well, there's a problem. It's like, it's just you don't care about anyone but yourself.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess. I think like the labeling of him as being like racist, anti-vaxxer, whatever. It's like, I think he just like literally is stupid and doesn't care.
I agree.
And
but
I think
for her, she was like, that's not enough for me.
No, totally. It's like, okay, you're not compatible, but like, I don't think we need to be labeling this man as all of these things. I think he's just like not someone who cares about educating himself. And like one day he will have to do that.
Yeah. But like his family's so religious. Like I don't think he's ever gonna like
totally
like. But it was funny. Like her family before the wedding, they were just like talking and stuff, like very normal. And then his family was like, "Okay, we gotta pray." They like did a whole prayer, which was fine. But it just showed like the differences in their in their.
I wonder if they set them up like that on purpose, because I'm sure like going into it, you were like heavily interviewed.
Oh,
and so they probably were like picking people that were like opposites. And hoping they would end up together.
I mean, goddamn.
Because that show's fake as hell.
Yeah. I mean, it was pretty good. I enjoyed the season. It wasn't like the craziest, but I'm happy I watched it. We also watched A Real Pain with, have you seen it?
Yes.
Oh, so good. I liked it.
Yeah.
So good. It was good.
I thought it was good.
I didn't think it was amazing. I was just like, it was like an airplane movie.
I think it's just because it's not something that I can like heavily relate to.
Yeah.
But I thought it had like really great messaging. It definitely like did a little tug at my heartstrings, and I thought they were great in it.
Yeah. And he won an Oscar for that movie, right?
I think he won a lot of awards for that
I just
movie.
remember like him up there, and I was like, I don't know. I know he's a Culkin.
Yeah.
No idea. Kieran or something like that?
Yeah, Kiernan.
Yeah. I thought the ending, I was like, what? I hated the ending because it was like not like the greatest like positive thing.
I think it's just like one of those movies that's just like there.
Yeah, it's just like it is what it is, and it's pretty good. And we started The Sopranos last night, finally.
For the first time.
For the first time.
How far did we get?
Oh, we just watched one episode.
Oh.
We started at like 10 o'clock, so I was like, I don't want to go to bed yet. He was like,
my God, it's going to take you so long to get through.
The Sopranos?
Yeah.
Isn't it only like 6 seasons?
Yeah, but I feel like you guys take a while.
Well, we watch like an episode a night, pretty much, of like a show.
Yeah, that's a while.
Yeah. I'm a binger. Like, I'll binge Love is Blind.
Yeah.
The Pit, I'm binging. I'm so glad that show is there. It's so good.
The Pit?
Yeah. What else? I think that's it. Oh, and then I finished the book, The Tattooist of Auschwitz. I feel like it's really good. It's not like, I feel like it sounds like it'd be like the most horrible, like, detailed book. It's more about like a love story in the camps, but like obviously there's horrible things happening, but it doesn't go into like severe detail about any of that. But like it's based on a true story, and it's like insane. Like the ending is crazy. I just loved it. It was really good.
Does it feel like the Say Anything song Alive with the Glory of Love?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking the whole time.
It's just like one of the best songs ever written. I love that song so much.
Yeah.
Because it's about a couple that was in love during the Holocaust.
I didn't know that.
Really?
I think I just never really like listened to them like that.
It is like the most beautiful song.
Is he Jewish?
Yeah.
Did he like have was?
I think it was like his grandparents. Let me look up the lore before I start a rumor. Max Bemis, Alive. Oh my God, that song is so good. Like it makes me cry.
Oh my God.
It's so beautiful. Okay.
And I believe the couple from that book, I mean, they're a couple in real life. They have a son and he's alive. And I'm like, that's so crazy. Like,
yeah, it's his grandparents.
Who?
It says the song described as an intense and oddly uplifting rocker about a relationship torn by the Holocaust is semi-biographical in nature, telling the story of songwriter and vocalist Max Bemis' grandparents, both of whom were Holocaust survivors.
It's so crazy how...
I have like the chills. I'm literally crying. That's so crazy to think about. Like he's not even that old and his parents were alive during the Holocaust.
That's
like,
what I'm saying.
Crazy.
Like to us who are like not Jewish, like I didn't grow up like you know, we learned about the Holocaust. Erin's literally crying.
This song is so good. That's so sad.
Sing it for us, Erin. Sing it.
Oh, Max. Good.
Like for us, it sounds so out of touch, but I think when you grow up and you're not Jewish and you literally learn about the Holocaust in like a history, like one day in history class, it's like still in black and white photos. It's like, oh, this happened so long ago, but it's like Max Bemis's grandparents, his parents were alive when the Holocaust was happening. Like his grandparents, his grandparents. Like
that's crazy.
Like a girl I go to Pilates with, her grandma survived the Holocaust. Like it's crazy how like actually so recent it is, and how quickly people forget that like that's what our World War II was, us defeating them, and now people are just fucking stupid and being Nazis again.
He said, I thought about what it would... I actually don't think I can read this. Never mind. I'll cry.
You want me to read it?
I don't know why I'm so emotional. Yeah.
It's because you're a Cancer.
I put it to the top of where you start.
Camp? In an interview?
The top.
Yeah, I'm at the top.
It says, like, Bemis said...
Yeah, in an interview, Bemis said, I thought about what it would be like to be in love and be separated from the person you love, because these times are just as dire in a way. Anything can happen in a war and terrorist attacks and cynicism and all these actors who oppose love. Naming the song as one of the top 100 greatest emo songs of all time, music writer Ian Cohen described the song as a wildly ambitious and irresponsibly horny piece of the musical theater that visualized how the primal procreative urge can still thrive when dead bodies are piling up by the thousands in front of you. Okay, then.
You gotta honestly just sit with it and everyone listen to it.
I'll do it on the way home.
It's so fucking good.
I mean, I've definitely heard it. I probably just had no idea what their context was. And do they play it at emo night like all the time?
I don't. Yeah,
Damn,
I just
shocked.
feel like I never really hear it enough.
Okay.
We don't hear it enough, especially during these times.
It's not played enough.
Play Alive with the Glory of Love. It's so fucking good.
Yeah. And then on Saturday, I was at CVS. And I saw,
hell yeah, baby!
Yeah, exciting times. But I saw this lady, and she was like, I'm really, like, this is going to come off bad, but whatever. I know she was, like, Latina or, like, Mexican, like, Spanish.
Okay.
And she's wearing this MAGA hat. Okay? She's wearing the black MAGA hat.
So, like, the Elon version?
Elon's version MAGA hat. And I literally was like, I asked her, I was like, is that a real MAGA hat?
You asked her?
Yes. I was like, is that a real MAGA hat? I was like, here in LA?
Where? Okay, and set the scene. Like, did you just go up to her?
Well, here's what happened. Oh, God. Emma and I had Pilates, and then she was like, I have to go pick up a prescription. And she was like, I also want to try to drive your car. Like, I want to see what the Bolt's like. So I was like, okay, well, let's just go there. So I wait in the car, and she's in there for a while, and she's like, oh my God, this lady's walking around with a MAGA hat. And I was like, oh, I'm going in. And so I go in just because I wanted to, like, witness it. Because I wanted to like size her up. I was like, is she gonna be scary or is she just gonna be like,
oh my God.
And so I saw her and I just go, is that a real MAGA hat? And she goes, yeah. Like she was like, yeah, it is. And I go, yeah, that's not funny. And I just walked away. And she didn't give a shit. Like obviously didn't give a shit.
Oh my God.
I like did not care. I don't know what it is in my brain that like makes me like that, but also the opposite of that in other situations. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's really weird. I think I'm just so like fucking sick of those people.
Yeah.
And what they represent. I'm just like, get the fuck out of here. Like obviously I didn't say that.
Is so like you went inside.
Oh yeah. Well, first I was like, I have to witness this. Like I don't think I've really ever seen a MAGA hat like in LA. I don't think.
Oh, okay.
I mean, at least like me, like at a,
yeah.
I don't know. I'm sure I have, but not like, I don't know. Especially now, I'm like, what the hell?
Do you think if she was a man, you would have gone inside and said that?
It depends what he looked like.
Okay.
I feel like if he was scary looking, I wouldn't say anything.
Yeah.
And men just scare me in general.
That's
so
why
I don't think so. Especially if it was like that guy that yelled at us. I'd be like, yes, go MAGA, sir.
Yeah, he definitely has got a hat.
I'd be wearing one myself.
Wow.
So,
confronting.
So that was annoying. Just to like see it. And I'm like, you literally are like.
I know, but you did that.
Yeah, I know. But like, whatever. I mean, it's like, good, you're getting laughed at. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
I also just feel like wearing political hats is just so cool. Like either side of
no, of course,
of the coin, especially. And I don't think it's like, I think before an election, it's like fine. Like if you're wearing like a fucking Trump hat or like a Kamala Waltz, whatever. But as soon as the election happens and you're still wearing the hat, like it's kind of crazy. Like imagine if I was still wearing like a Kamala hat.
Yeah, it is a cute hat.
I know it is cute. It's all.
I don't know. I don't think it bothers me that.
It just gives like cult, like literally. Like I've never seen like people wear Obama hats while he was.
Well, that's because I feel like merch wasn't really a thing. I feel like Trump made merch.
Trump made merch great again.
It was always like bumper stickers, and that's how people did it.
That's
and like
true.
The amount of Bernie stickers I still see like weekly.
I was trying to find our vlog where you put it over your boobs.
Yeah.
I couldn't find it.
Maybe they.
And then I was just like, oh my God, we look so different. Like,
yeah, we're babies.
My God. And our videos were like 4 minutes.
We were with TJ's uncle this weekend, who like I love, and TJ's parents have one of those frame cameras, and there's photos from like a decade ago, and it was literally a photo of me, and he was like, who is that? And I was like, Paul, that's me. And he was like, bitch. What? He goes, you're hotter now.
I
and I was like, yeah, I know.
Yeah, 30s are to be hot.
Yeah, but it's crazy. We were children.
I know. Just like watching us vlogging like in the car and stuff, I'm like, oh, it's so cute.
You know, little babies.
But I feel like we like didn't take it for granted. Like I feel like we like really, we did it forever. Like,
yeah, no,
truly.
Totally. Yeah.
I don't know.
Loved.
Yeah.
Well, what a weekend you had.
So many visuals. The MAGA hat, the movies, the TV shows, The Sopranos, the reading. There's also a show on Peacock that's The Tattooist of Auschwitz. So it's like based off of the book, which is based off of the real story. No, I watched a trailer and I was like, I don't think I need to watch it. Like I wasn't like, it was no Gone Girl, you know what I mean? I think my next book is going to be the author.
The other one?
Yeah, I don't know how many books she has, but it's the same author.
We need to pick a book for book club.
I know, but it's smutty. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to do that one.
Fine. Boring. Well, you're out. I'm
out.
2 books in a row. Really?
Oh my God, you're Matt Kinging me.
Yeah.
I'm Mike.
Come on, you got to spicing up your life a little.
The thing is, like, I just don't think I'd enjoy reading it.
Yeah.
Which is like, it's hard for me because like I do love book club and I want to go and like be a part of it and I don't want to like fear of missing out. Literally. So how was your weekend?
Oh, fine. Just Utah ski. Nothing really to. Okay.
You ever get swig or swirl when you're there?
I don't know what swirl is.
I don't know. I've seen a couple streamers
say swirl.
Like go to swirl. There's a streamer I really like. Her name is Cutie Cinderella. It's like just like her like username or whatever. And she is from Utah, and I think she has like a family emergency, so she's been in Utah, and she's like had her friends come and visit to like stream with her and stuff. And they always, she took one of her friends to try
Swirl Soda Shop.
Yeah.
Are you sure it's not swig?
There is a swig, but there's also a swirl. This episode is sponsored by Skims. I truly reach for Skims every day. Whether it's underwear, whether it's a t-shirt, whether it's socks, whether it's pants. I have everything I could ever want from Skims. Whether it's a robe. No, but truly everything is so soft, so comfortable. I just don't like wearing stuff unless I'm comfortable in them, obviously. I mean, we make so many sacrifices as human beings to, you know, be stylish and cute and, you know, wear something that fits kind of weird or isn't that comfortable, but you will not get that with Skims. They have so many, like literally they have so many clothing items. If you've never looked on their website, just go browse. They have so many clothes, pajamas, robes. But the main point here is their intimates, okay? And I wear their underwear every single day of my life. I never thought I would not mind wearing a bra, but Skims don't mind at all. In fact, I told Erin to put hers on because she needed to try it herself because it's so comfortable. Shop Skims' best intimates, including the Fits Everybody collection and more at skims.com and Skims stores. After you place your order, be sure to let them know we sent you. Select podcast in the survey and be sure to select our show in the drop-down menu that follows.
I don't know. Swirl Shop Utah? When I type in swirl, everything that comes up is swig. Because if it exists, I would like to go. I've been to swig a handful of times.
I might be like completely lying and gaslighting you.
I know. I think you might be too.
I think I am. This feels like a Mandela effect to me.
Well, you guys were talking about it the other day too, and I was like, swirl. I'd never heard of that.
I'm going to find it. It's either a Mandela effect or it's real. Because what the fuck?
Maybe swig and thirst together made you think swirl.
I don't think so. I think I've seen the
Say
cup.
Swirl.
I swear. Unless I had a vivid dream, which I don't think I did.
Maybe you took Matt's nightmare pills.
Yeah, maybe I did. It was a nightmare. Matt's nightmare pills. Excuse me. I have burped.
Swirl. Cover girl. Work it, girl.
Swig's the one they drink on Mormon lives, right? Yeah. Secret
They're
eggs.
everywhere.
Yeah. I'm sure they're like popping now too, especially from the show.
Yeah.
Probably put them on the map.
Yes. I just don't have anything else to share, really.
That's fair.
Okay. This day in history, we have Liza Minnelli, hot ass Mitt Romney. He's speaking of Utah.
Hot.
And Swirl. I wonder if he's been to Swirl.
I'm sure. You should ask him.
The non-existent soda
Swirl
shop.
a thing? Someone tell me.
Caitlin Lowell, who I put on for you.
Caitlin Lowell.
Oh yeah.
Teen Mom.
Yes.
Duh.
And I clicked her page.
No.
Just because I was like, oh, I want to see. She has a child named Novalee.
Yeah, they call her Nova though. I thought her name was just Nova.
That's cute.
Yeah.
But Novalee is kind of
Their
crazy.
story's pretty interesting. So they did, when they were 16, obviously she was on 16 and pregnant. They had a baby and they put it up for adoption because their family life was a mess.
Yeah.
Like
So
his
on
mom
16
and her
pregnant-
dad got married.
I know that,
Like, it was a
yeah.
thing. Okay,
You
sorry.
told me.
What were you saying?
The baby that they put up for adoption was their first child?
Yeah.
Okay.
And her name was?
Sad.
Carly. And it was a open adoption.
They said bye.
They said, so yeah, open adoption. So they could like visit, whatever.
Oh, I don't know if they could do that.
I believe it was open, or it was so.
Do you think you could do that?
Yeah.
I don't know if I could.
I feel like I would rather that than never see him again. I'd rather be like, okay, like we have a relationship and like.
I know, but I feel like it would be so hard. But I mean, as like the adoptive parents.
Oh.
Like, I think that would be really hard for me.
I think it would depend. Like, if your child was like, I actually like them better, I'd be like,
I know.
hurt. But I think a lot of adopted kids like realize that they were adopted for a good reason.
Totally.
But like the adoptive parents, I remember their names because it's Teresa and Brandon, and it's because I had friends in high school that dated for like the entirety of high school, and their names were Teresa and Brandon. So like I always remember that, and I was always like, I'm your kid, because like 16 and pregnant was out then.
Oh my God.
But
just cosplaying it?
yeah, but they are just getting a little weird about it. Like there's been a lot of like rumblings about Caitlyn, like
Currently?
it was like over the past couple months of just her being like, I feel like this is so unfair. Like they're not letting us see Carly, and then their like adoptive parents are like, we don't want to be like in the spotlight. Like we never wanted whatever they're wanting.
We just want a baby.
We never like agreed upon exactly what they're saying. It was kind of confusing, but like as you watch Teen Mom, you like see how much they regret doing that. Like they
giving their child
yes,
up. Yeah.
100%.
Well, also like as you get older too, like at 16, of course, it's like, I can't provide for this baby. But then that's the thing where I'm like, yeah, you have like all this access to this child who like, you know, is your like biological kid. Like, of course you want them in your life. That must be so hard now.
Yeah, it's like, and they already have like, 3 or 4 other kids. So it's like.
I wrote their names down.
Oh, you did?
Because Novalee, Veda, Raya, and Layla Taylor.
Damn, I actually didn't know any of those.
Layla Taylor is not one of their kids. It just went into that section. I love the name Veda. It reminds me of that Spilled Canvas song.
Veda?
Yeah, the Tide.
Oh.
And there's Veda. But the next birthday is Layla Taylor from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives.
Oh, okay.
Happy birthday
need
to
the
all.
show.
For entertainment, we've got Hot Ones, 22.
Like it started?
Yeah.
Damn.
2015.
2015?
Yeah.
Wow. I feel like it wasn't like a big thing until like 2018.
Yeah, I don't think it was.
That's crazy.
It was just a little tiny show.
Crazy.
Good for him.
Yeah.
Good work, Sean. 22 by Taylor Swift.
Oh, hello.
Teen Mom, Young and Pregnant.
Oh.
I don't know what that is. Chicken Shop Date, which also came out in 2014. So like,
what?
Way the hell to go, Amelia.
Are you fucking kidding me? 2014 Chicken Shop Date started?
Yeah.
Where? Hello?
A little baby.
Hello?
The movie She's Out of My League, Baby Geniuses, Delicate by Taylor Swift, the TV show Big Love, which I like probably wouldn't have put on here, but I did it as a reminder because I need to watch it.
Yeah.
Secret Window, which is the Johnny Depp movie. I remember like I used to be obsessed with Johnny Depp. Like any movie he put out, like as like a teen college years.
Yeah, he was so hot.
And this movie was like a scary one too, that I was like, I don't know if I could watch this, but I did. And it was one of those like psychological thrillers. So it wasn't like too scary, but still freaked me out.
You need to watch Nosferatu.
I will.
You will?
Yeah.
Yay.
And Resident Evil, which I also just put on there because everyone says I look like that lady.
What lady? Resident Evil.
The main lady.
I need to look her up. I don't even know what
Everyone
she
would
looks like.
always comment that on our videos, and I was like, who the hell is that?
Do you feel like you look like her?
Sometimes.
Is she like hot, or is she like scary?
She
or is
has
she like
she's like androgynous in the way I am. This is her when she was younger.
Oh, I see. Yeah, she also looks like Taylor Swift.
Yeah.
Like I see the eyes.
There's similarities.
Yep.
Resident Evil Queen.
I just thought it was gonna be like this crazy cartoon, because I thought it was just
the video game.
Yeah.
That's so funny.
I was like, what?
Okay, for news, we got Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, baby, but not great. It doesn't launch until May 15th.
Well, I knew it was May.
Oh yeah, May.
But God,
We've got some time.
I mean, it's basically a year away at this point.
I know. It's also frustrating because that obviously means they've stopped filming, and so then now they're editing, but like their lives just keep on living.
I know. They
keep
need to,
the cameras rolling.
Yeah, Big Brother style. Just that's a show I would want Big Brother style.
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah. Yeah. I think I would definitely want some editing in there. But
You know.
Or like, to me, like Love Island style.
Yeah. I feel like it was one of the best reality shows I've watched in a while.
So good.
Like besides like Vanderpump, obviously.
Hopefully season 2 lives up to season 1.
I think it will.
Speaking of Vanderpump Rules, Jax Taylor comes out on like some weird Vanderpump podcast saying he has a cocaine addiction.
What?
Can you believe it?
Water's wet.
Who would have thought?
That is so funny. He had to say that because everyone just already knew.
He also,
like, what?
I'm like, did you think that this was a bomb drop? Let me read the story. It says, Jax Taylor has revealed very personal news, coming clean that he's been addicted to cocaine for half his life. The 45-year-old reality star was clearly nervous to make the candid confession onto... Jax, have you watched the show? On Tuesday's
we can tell by season 2.
Mike podcast episode, season 1, but did so to set his story straight ahead of season 2, The Valley. And last week he was like 80 something days sober. So if he's still cocaine free, like he's 90 days sober.
Good for him.
Then Brittany posted about it.
Wait, I'm sorry. Did you say The Valley's coming back soon?
Probably. I feel like
ahead of The Valley.
I feel ahead of The Valley,
okay.
But I do feel like they.
It feels like they would
be
out
summer?
soon. I don't know.
Like Vanderpump would come out in the summer, but like July.
Who knows? Because it was also like the pilot season, so it's like could have been.
Yeah, I'm not really sure.
Weird.
Okay, it says his addiction, unfortunately, this is what Brittany said. His addiction, unfortunately, has done irreparable damage to my son and I. I've spent years trying to help him. I wish more than anyone I could say how proud I am of him today, but I'd be lying. His actions will speak for themselves. And to those asking why I stayed if I knew he had a problem all these years, you can't help who you fall in love with. I've done absolutely everything in my power to get him the help he desperately needed. Unfortunately, I was naive and believed his empty promises and his pleas to change for years. Once you have a child with someone, it's not easy to leave. It took everything in my power to gather the strength to walk away.
You sound like the audiobook of Local Woman Missing.
She didn't sound like that.
The audiobook?
She was not that.
Did you listen to it?
No. Did she actually sound like this?
Do you want me to pull it up?
Yeah.
Well, maybe we should finish this.
Okay.
And I'll pull it up.
For those that have been through similar, you get it. For those that question me, that's okay. I'm in a much better place now. And I just have to say, it's like, of course, like this is an addiction. We know it's an addiction, but Brittany Cartwright, you sought this man out.
Yeah.
Like you knew, you probably were around him doing drugs with you and all your friends. Like you stayed with him through so much, and to now like kind of like weaponize like your child and be like, things are different when you have a kid. It's like, okay, but then we literally watched you last season, like practically beg him to have another child.
Yes.
So
true.
it's like, I don't really,
she had the opportunity to be like, okay,
yes,
this is how I feel. And like but
why,
yeah, you're right. I didn't even think about that.
Like, why are you like, you basically like forced him to marry you. You were like, Jax, you need to propose to me.
Well,
like,
yeah.
You want to marry.
And didn't they move in? Like, right away. Like they just met.
Because she was like moving to LA or whatever. But it's like,
they moved into like the small ass apartment.
He had these problems and you were like, you need to marry me.
Yeah.
Then like you still continue to have, he's still having this substance abuse issue. And like you're trying to make him have another child with you while he's clearly struggling. Like, how are you now making yourself like, of course, addiction is so real and true. And like, I can only imagine the things he was telling you. But like, I don't understand how you're making yourself more of a victim when you are kind of like enabling him to continue on and like have more kids and do all of this stuff with him.
It's really easy when you're like in this situation when he confesses something for her to be like,
yes.
But I mean, I assume it did. I mean, it obviously did affect her and her child.
Of course,
sure. But yeah, it is like, okay, well, you were begging for another child, so let's not pretend you were like trying to leave as soon as you had a kid. Like,
we watched how it affected you before you were even married.
Yeah, I wonder how he's acting on this new season. If he's like,
he's gonna be so fucking obnoxious,
and he's gonna have the excuse, quote unquote, that he was on cocaine, and he'll just be able to like get off scot-free.
Him being like, I think like some of the fans knew, but like production didn't know. And it's like,
yeah, fucking right.
Have you seen your edits?
Yeah, like they knew it. They zoomed in on your eyeballs.
Everyone on Earth knew. Yeah. You were like a rage head.
I've never done coke and I could see it.
Yeah, no.
Like, I could see it.
And I mean, it's really sad. Like, of course, at the end of the day, like it is a disease. Like if he's full blown addicted, like I do not know to what extent. Yeah. Like, is he doing like lines every single day of his life? No idea. I think just given the circumstances, like him being like, I need to make a confession or whatever. And it's like, we all knew.
It's like, this isn't a confession. This is a reiterating.
Yeah.
It's crazy to me. Like if I was offered coke, I would be so scared of fentanyl. And it's so insane that there's people who are like genuinely like Jax, like addicted to it and do it every single day, multiple times. And like they're fun. Like I would be so scared all the time. Or especially if I was Brittany, I'd be like, you could literally drop dead anytime you do this.
Yeah. Even without fentanyl, you could.
Yeah.
I don't know what extent he's doing it to again, but it's like, are you just like getting crazy fucked up on the weekends, or is it like
to function, or
you wake up in the morning and you're doing lines off your dresser?
Yeah. Probably better for you than coffee.
Wakes you right up.
Wait, let me play this.
Also, he's like in his mid 40s, like,
I mean,
careful.
Can't be good for, and didn't his dad die of a heart problem?
I
think he did.
I don't know.
I thought he did. That would be like on my mind. If my parent died of something specific, that would be
easy for us to say because like we do not have a drug addiction.
True.
But like crazy to think that like since his 20s he's been abusing cocaine.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's the thing that pisses me off about Jax is like there's always something that he does like ahead of the season to be like, feel bad for me.
It's hilarious though. Let me play this local woman missing.
Yeah.
See if listen, I might be over exaggerating, okay? Ahead of this play, I just want you to know I may be over exaggerating.
She's gotta feed us. There ain't no warning then, because the door yanks suddenly open and there it is again. That thin scrap of light that hurts my eyes. All at once, that lady's at the top of them steps.
I definitely was way more.
It's your turn. I hear Gus's scared footsteps on the stairs.
It's like when she's talking.
It'll ever be a spear.
Yeah. She says like use and stuff.
Yeah, that was the first chapter, and there was a prologue and there was no accent, and then it started the first chapter and I was like, what's happening? I was like, who is this?
Yeah.
But obviously
character acting.
Yeah, character voice acting.
I do like, I genuinely like want Jax to stay sober.
Oh yeah.
And like have a good relationship to co-parent.
I think that'd be crazy to see. Like we've never seen him sober ever.
I know, almost 100 days. But it was very funny because then Joe posted, and she posted the article that said Jax Taylor admits cocaine addiction, but says now he's sober. And she said, and he called me a crackhead. ...
I mean, fair.
I'd be pissed.
I'd be pissed too. I'd be like, it's classic man.
And
like,
also
literally.
like the fact that like he's saying that in front of the guy who was like Tom Schwartz, who could be like, okay, yeah, Jax, shut the fuck up. Like you're addicted to coke.
Yeah.
Don't say that about my girl.
Yeah, like,
but like
you're a crackhead. You literally are a crackhead.
Yeah.
Nice projection.
She should have said that.
What's the difference between crack and cocaine?
Crack cocaine. I think, doesn't one have like meth in it or something? Or is that?
I thought the term crack was like politicized. So like against like black people, but I'm not positive.
Crack cocaine and then cocaine.
Yeah, but like is it just
crack and cocaine?
YouTube's like, what is this video? I'm flagging it right now.
Cocaine is a white powder that comes from the dried leaves of the cocoa plant, which is found in South America. Crack cocaine is a form of the drug that gives very quick, intense high. Crack is made by cooking cocaine.
Oh, okay.
Cocaine powder with baking soda, then breaking it into small pieces
with baking
rocks.
soda?
Yeah.
Okay, good to know.
Yeah.
Oh, and then rocks. Okay.
Just rewatch Breaking Bad and then you'll be good.
They're making meth. It's different. That's a downer.
The known street names for crack include Bad Rock, Crumbs, Hail, Hardball, Ice Cube, Nuggets, Raw, Sleet. Ooh, I like Sleet. And Snow Coke. Snow Coke? That's so chic.
Snow Coke.
Hey, you got any Snow Coke?
Yeah, it sounds like a fun LA, like like little like
candy
bar, like a bar that's in a truck or something.
Yeah.
What, Snow Coke?
Defendants get more time for crack offenses than for coke offenses, even though the drug is essentially the same.
Yeah, I feel like it was like politicized at some point. Like I remember watching this like documentary about it, and it was like the war on drugs, and it was like basically to put black people in jail.
Yeah, I don't even know how to like Google that to confirm for you.
Yeah, I don't know.
It says the issue of crack cocaine and its associated penalties has been highly politicized, particularly regarding the 101 sentencing disparity between crack and powder cocaine, which has been criticized as discriminatory.
Yep.
I mean, oh boy, there's so many things.
Yeah. Well, if you don't know, the war on drugs was a big ploy to get black people in jail. So basically ever since they were freed, people have been trying to put them in jail.
It's goddamn flying here now.
I know. It's because you're so stinky.
God damn you, Paris. Left that fucking door open for her little dumbass. Okay, it's over there now. Okay, next in Vanderpump news. When I tell you I gasped when I saw this, James Kennedy posted a photo with the Tate brothers, which like if you're not familiar with are currently like being charged with human trafficking and rape and sexual assault amongst like
there's videos of them like beating women.
Yeah. There's a text messages of him literally texting a woman being like, I loved raping you. And like all of this stuff. Like it's just actually insane.
Like fucking insane.
And so James Kennedy posted a photo with the both of them. And then he came onto social media. He like posted it to his Instagram story with a thing that said, that's a Bitcoin, which I don't understand the context of that.
I had no idea.
Then got a fuck ton of backlash for very obvious reasons. Yeah. It's also just like, you were just dealing with like assault allegations of your own. Like, what the fuck are you thinking? You're so stupid. And to then like post something being like, I'm working on myself, I'm getting better. And then like a month later posting.
Hey, brother.
Yeah, like you're stupid. But it said James Kennedy is apologizing after receiving social media backlash over a photo he posted with controversial internet personalities Andrew and Tristan Tate. The Vanderpumps alum took to Instagram on Saturday, in which he said he regrets posting. Okay, this is what he said that is so clearly not written by him.
No, PR.
It says, I regret posting a photo with the Tate brothers at an event last night. I was unfamiliar with their content and the allegations against them. I only knew them as podcasters that had posted a viral clip about Vanderpump. I have since educated myself and condemned their beliefs. I am sorry to all that I offended. Like, in no way, shape, or form do I believe a word that he says. Like, saying, like, I didn't know anything about them. Like, even take all of these allegations out of it. Like, James, you know who Andrew Tate is. Like, come on. He probably fucking listens to it and is like, hell yeah, brother. Fuck women.
I mean, I guess it is possible. Like, I could give him the benefit of the doubt. Like, he saw them talk about Vanderpump Rules, but like, that name is so everywhere that it'd be really hard to miss.
I don't know if you've seen this. Tristan responded to the statement he posted.
Tristan.
Andrew's brother.
Oh, okay.
And said, he begged and kissed my ass for 30 minutes straight and called me a hero.
Stop.
He knew exactly who I was and what content I made. He's just a pussy who can't handle DMs from woke
Oh my
R-words.
God.
Fuck this guy.
When was this put out? Today?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Which I believe it.
I do, but it's also like,
James
I don't know.
Kennedy
I don't know.
This is what America needs.
Yeah, but also these guys are so fucking full of themselves and their head up their ass. Totally. They could be like, actually, because I feel like people like this cannot handle when people don't know who they are because they're like, I'm the biggest, baddest. So like, I could see that.
No.
But
I think like given everything I know about James, like I think that he edges towards that end of the spectrum.
Yeah. I think
and
Allie
I'm really happy that Allie left him.
I feel like Allie was like the Ariana of Tom, where it's like Ariana made Tom tolerable, in my opinion. And I feel like Allie made James likable, like when they were together.
Oh, wait, I just opened Twitter to see if I could find it. It says Ariana Madix unfollowed James Kennedy on Instagram after he posted a photo with the Tate brothers. Good.
Ooh. Our battery's about to die. I'm going to switch it because I don't want to lose this footage.
Okay. Kristen and other women hinting that James got physical wasn't a problem for her or that the cops were called on him. Yeah, there's like been rumors.
Wasn't a problem for who?
Ariana and just like other people who still followed him. Like whatever. That's whatever. But I just think there's been like so many little tidbits being like Kristen constantly posting about him being like, well, he is a shitty person because he did XYZ, whatever. Also, we just see like how aggressive he's like gotten on the show. And birds of a feather.
Like, I need the show to be filming. Because how iconic would all of these things be on camera for a good season? I think it'd be a great season. Yeah. Katie's dating someone new, navigating that with, you know, her ex-husband.
And they're adorable.
And are they adorable?
Yeah, I love them.
Okay, good. I've seen rumors and like the bad stuff, so I don't know what it's like in real life. But
I mean, I already addressed that briefly after the holiday party. But yeah, I don't know. He's wonderful.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, and just with everything with... Wait, what else happened? Oh, I guess, like, yeah, the James and Allie breakup, and then this scandal, and then...
Also, Tom Schwartz, I'm pretty sure I saw that he, like, publicly said, like, he's awesome. They're
I saw
cute.
that. He was like,
so
he's
sweet.
Yeah, he was like, he's really cool. He's like, honestly, Katie's always dated musicians. I was just the weird, like... He was like, yeah, I love them. Like, yeah, it was really nice.
They're so cute.
Yeah.
I love them.
Cute.
Also, like, Tom being on Traitors. Like, there's just a lot that they've all been kind of doing. Did you see Sheena was on The Masked Singer?
Oh, yeah.
I texted Courtney. I was like, how did you not tell me?
I thought you had, like, known, probably.
No.
That's, like,
oh, my God.
shit.
No, she was like, literally, we didn't tell anybody. Like, nobody knew.
Would you have been able to point it out?
I don't know. I also didn't know it was still on air. Like, I didn't know it was still a show, but I saw Courtney post it. That's how I found out.
Yeah.
And if I was still watching, like, it's hard to say. I need to like watch it.
Yeah, the clip I saw, I was like, this doesn't sound like her at all. I would have never been like, oh, this is Sheena, but it depends on the clue they give, I suppose.
Also, like,
I bet there was like, something with gold.
I feel like this is fine to say, but like they pick the music. Like she didn't get to pick what song she sang.
Oh, I feel like that's like known.
I didn't know that.
Oh, I don't know. I guess I just like assumed that.
That is like, if I were on it, I'd be like, no, I want to sing a song that I know I'm going to sound good singing.
Yeah. I want to know what the clues were for her.
I know. That's why I was like, I need to watch.
I
just haven't had any goddamn time to watch anything.
It's going to be like something about gold.
Oh, yeah.
Or like...
I'm sad she was the first one eliminated.
Oh, she was? I didn't know that.
Yeah. But also like, she, this weekend... got to go to the SNL after party to meet Gaga because Gaga was on like I think it was a Vanity Fair like lie detector thing or something.
Yeah, she said she knows her favorite.
And she was like, I'm gonna miss Sheena the most.
Hilarious.
And then they had their moment. I'm obsessed.
Sorry, I couldn't hear for a second.
I saw a comment. It was like on that, and it was like, nobody needs to ask Sheena how she's doing now.
For real.
I love it.
I wonder if Matt will believe that Sheena met Lady Gaga. Because I'm just believe Mike met Lady Gaga.
He's gonna be like, this is AI.
Yeah.
It was so cute. They both look so happy hugging each other.
Oh, I didn't see like a video. I just saw.
It was a still photo that I saw.
Cute. That'd be crazy. Be like, oh my God, this woman who's like,
hell yeah,
so famous, like likes me. Have you heard her new song that's like everyone's like, this is Taylor? Yeah,
we listened to the album on the way to the airport yesterday. Well, like half of it.
Well, the song specifically, I'm like, oh,
yeah,
so good. I genuinely, when it was like on TikTok first, I was like, oh, Taylor has a writing. I was like, for sure she has a writing credit. Like, I was like, oh, yeah, this sounds exactly like Hits Different. Like, it's the same, like, thing. And I looked and I was like, wait, what the heck? I was like, how is this? I don't know. It sounds exactly like Hits Different to me. So I'm like, I wonder if that's going to be like a thing or maybe it's not close enough. I don't know.
I saw something last night that said, like, real ones know that this sounds exactly like another Lady Gaga song, but I don't know.
I mean, yeah, I'm not like a huge Gaga like stan, so I don't know the music, but
another thing I saw this morning is that Lele Pons is pregnant, which in like to me I was like, oh my god, like she's still a baby, but she's 29, and I think it's so crazy because we're now like in a time. I feel like so many people are pregnant right now, and like we're in a time where all of these people that we were like surrounded by for the past like decade, like everyone's gonna be having babies.
Yeah, all the 1600
boomers.
people. Yeah, like Logan Paul, Lele.
Yeah,
or Logan had his baby, right? I think they did.
Yes, they did. Because it had a name and we talked about it and I don't remember it. But I think we were like, cute.
Well, it'll be interesting to know the name of this baby.
I actually can't remember. Now I need to know. Are you going to watch the Paul Brothers show?
They have a show?
Yeah, Paul American.
And absolutely not.
On HBO.
Paul American?
I will be sat.
Oh my God.
I'll
have to watch it when Nolan's not in the house.
It's like you're cheating.
I'll have to secretly watch it because
All American.
He will have a fucking cow.
I know,
not at me, but just like
yeah.
He's like
you
very
can't even
much
watch like the ladies.
Yeah.
Let alone,
no,
like,
I can.
But
he's annoying
like,
about
annoying.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm like, shut up.
Let me see. Logan Paul, baby.
But he loves Lisa Rinna though for some reason. Like he thinks she's
the queen.
Hilarious. I'm like, so you got to watch the show. They're all funny.
How does he know her?
Because of that meme where she was there. It's a video of her bending over and her butt.
At Andy's baby shower?
Yeah, her butt,
Esme.
it looks like it's opening. And it's so funny. We were like crying laughing at it one night. And then he keeps getting these like insane edits of it. And he thinks it's so funny. And then he was like, he looked over on Instagram and was
Did you
like,
tell him that was at a baby shower?
Yeah. And he really likes Andy Cohen too. And I was like, this Andy Cohen was there and it was at a baby shower. And I think Andy Cohen took the video, but
it
I'm
was
not positive.
Andy's baby.
Yeah.
Logan Paul's baby name is cute.
What is it?
Esme.
Oh yeah.
Cute.
Is that from Twilight?
Renesmee.
Oh, Renesmee.
Okay. Another update with Gene Hackman.
Oh, yes.
Came out. So his wife died from hantavirus,
which was so weird because I read that yesterday, and then in one of the episodes of The Pit, remember how the rats get loose?
Oh, right.
One of the doctors was like, someone's going to get hantavirus. Yeah.
Oh, I would have never known.
It just
I think when I saw it, I was like, I don't know what that is.
I thought it was there's some disease
it's like
where
rodents.
yeah, but there's some thing with rat poop that if you like sweep it or like try to clean it yourself, it releases this gas that's deadly. And
that's what happened.
I'm not sure if it's that. Hantavirus might be the mouse biting her. I'm not sure. But I've been always so freaked out ever since I learned that in like middle school. And I was like, so how the fuck do you know if there's like rat poop somewhere? You know what I mean? Like, what if you're just sweeping?
Yeah.
How do people clean it? I feel like it'd be so easy to be like, oh, like I'm in an attic, I'm going to clean this up. And I don't know. Maybe it's rare.
It just says breathing in contaminated air.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Or coming into contact with an infected rodent. Okay. So like a bite.
Yeah. Or their poop.
Yeah, it says stirring up rodent droppings, urine or saliva. That's crazy.
I know.
So apparently she died of that in like her area and then was just there for about a week. And then he died because of heart disease. But now they're saying that he had advanced Alzheimer's. So he just like didn't know what was happening. Like probably didn't realize that where she was in the house or like literally anything that was going on, which is so weird because I feel like initially his family was like, he doesn't have Alzheimer's. Also, another confusing thing was that when the reports were coming out, they said that this dog was locked in a room, but it was in a crate, which makes sense.
Yeah.
So then he probably just didn't feed or give the dog water.
So literally
for
died
a
of
week.
starvation. That's so I'm like sadder about that than the
or
humans.
dehydration or something.
Yeah.
I think they're still doing the like autopsy on the dog.
Sad.
But yeah, just like what a tragic thing.
For real, what a dark scene.
Yeah.
Like imagine. I mean, it sounds like a movie.
It's also just so sad, like him not knowing that she was like that is so sad.
I know. I'm really curious, like actually, like how his brain was operating.
I know.
I'm just
I'm
curious.
sure they'll do like scans and stuff to see.
Yeah, like I'm just curious. Like, did he see her and was like, "Oh,
he very well could have.
She's
She's taking a nap."
Yeah. Oh my god, it's so scary.
It's really sad. I'm sure like more stuff will come out.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like stuff comes out like every couple days.
Yeah. Then speaking of Alzheimer's, Wendy Williams is going to call into The View on Friday, which I'm very excited about. I saw this last week, but then I read something this morning that said that there's like some group is looking into her care.
Oh, okay.
To, I think, try to get her out because it's like really fucked up.
Oh my God. Okay, good.
Excited for that to happen too. I'm excited to see another interview. Just to see like cognitively like, okay, are we working with the same lady we heard from a couple weeks ago?
TMZ or whatever.
Yeah, I think it would be really interesting to see. And
that's happening Friday?
Yeah.
Okay. She's going to call in. Is it going to be like a
live
Zoom?
on The View. I don't know. Probably.
Yeah.
But I don't know if she has a computer, so.
It's true. It's just the angle from her hotel room again.
Yeah. We will recap on Monday if you're on Patreon. Wednesday next week. Stay tuned.
Yeah.
That's all I really had for news.
I restarted that if you're wondering.
No, I was looking to. I can't even see because of the cord.
Oh. I started it over so we could see it. I could sync it. I have two. Let me know which one you want me to read for Am I the Assholes? Okay, here's one. Am I the asshole for not telling my wife what I talk about with my therapist? Or am I the asshole for telling my girlfriend to wear something a little more conservative when meeting my parents? No, the first one. The first one?
Yeah. Okay. I need to know.
Okay. Am I the asshole for not telling my wife what I talk about with my therapist? Some context. We've had lots of problems with my wife. We've talked about going to couples therapy. Who's we?
Yeah. I'm like, you and your therapist?
I'm going to change it. I've had lots of problems with my life. Yeah. Me and my cocaine have had a lot of problems.
He's like, he's like, oh, my Reiki teacher says that. Like, we're not.
No, I know. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah, the Reiki didn't heal him of his addiction. That's so crazy. We talked about going to couples therapy.
He was fucking his Reiki instructor.
Literally. You think, actually?
100%.
Yeah, me too. We talked about going to couples therapy for years, but she rejected it even when I suggested a therapist to talk to. In the process of looking for one, I started talking to a therapist, and I've been doing it for the last 4 months. Now, I didn't tell my wife this as she is not someone who believes in therapy.
I am going to need you to read the last paragraph because I was only thinking about Jackson as Reiki instructor.
It's fine. I'll just start.
Sorry to everyone listening.
I'll just start completely fucking over. No, I'm kidding. Okay, basically, like, they've been having problems. He's suggested couples therapy. He even suggested a therapist he could go see, and she's like, I'm not into it. So he's seeing one, hasn't told her.
Oh, okay.
Now, I didn't tell my wife this as she is not someone who believes in therapy. One night, she overheard me talking to my therapist and demanded to know on which topics do we talk about. I refused to elaborate as it's not something I'm comfortable to share with everyone. Frankly, I haven't told anyone about it because, well, I'm uncomfortable to share it. Now I assumed that's the end of it. In the meantime, after lots of fights, I've decided to divorce my wife. This triggered her to accept going to couples therapy that ended after 3 sessions. We are proceeding with the divorce. Oh. Now wifey accuses me of divorcing. Now wifey accuses me of having secrets as I won't tell her the topics I discuss with my therapist.
Why do you fear you're getting a divorce?
Yeah. Am I really the asshole for not sharing this with her?
If you wanted to know so bad, then go
to therapy with him. Yeah. I also think, like, as someone who's like done therapy for whatever and like did it at home with like Nolan there, like, I do not like having anyone around. And it's not because I'm talking about him. It's just like, it's like writing in a diary.
Totally.
It's like,
you want privacy.
Yeah. And it's like, even if it's something from like, yeah, it's just, I just don't want anyone to hear it besides my therapist because that's the whole point.
Yeah.
And it's like, if Nolan was asking me, like, what'd you talk about? That would really fucking annoy me. I'd be like, this isn't about you. Like, this is my own time. So you can see a therapist if you want.
I think if he's phrasing in a way where it's like, so did you talk about anything fun today?
No, of course. I mean,
not like threatening, being like, oh, you're not going to tell me.
Like, you're lying to me because you're not telling me.
Divorce her. Yeah. She seems not well.
Well, they are
divorcing.
Seems like
I know. Seems like she probably could benefit.
I'm so scared of people who don't believe in therapy. It's so scary.
Yeah, it's just,
I'm like, who do you think you are?
I mean, I think it's people who are afraid to like come to terms with things. And like, I think that's why they could benefit from it.
I think there's a difference though between like being afraid to go to therapy because of that and being like, nah, it's not for, like, there. It's a lot of like Christian,
deep rooted.
I know, but there's also like a lot of Christians which bother me that are like, no, God will help me. And I'm like, God gave you a therapist.
I know, but in my mind, it's like I see so many people who are like anti, and I'm like, you are like people who would benefit from it the most, which means I think that you're just scared to like uncover all of these things that are like,
or they're just like
for you.
Sorry, didn't mean to cut you off.
No, it's okay.
Or they're just like, No, I'm fine.
Yeah.
I don't need fucking help.
Yeah, but those are the people that need it.
I know, but it's like, that's why they scare me. Because they need it.
I think I just like see deeper and I'm like, oh, you really don't want to uncover all that fucked up shit.
Well, no, I'm sure. I mean, I don't either.
No, of course.
but I'm did it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just get really freaked out when people are like, I just don't think therapy's like for me. I'm like, okay, I guess it depends why.
Yeah. I just think it's people who are afraid to face the facts.
Yeah.
People who don't want to talk about their feelings.
It's just crazy. I mean, obviously it's expensive and like it, especially right now, like it's very.
But
like,
I don't think for those people, it's like they're thinking about the money.
No, true.
They're just like, how dare you think that there's something wrong with me?
No, true. I was just saying like, genuinely every single person would benefit from it. Like if every single person had just like access to like their own therapist and like it was just like a normal thing.
Just
I feel like
to chat with.
Yeah, I feel like it would help. I don't know. Maybe we have a better help ad in this.
Okay. I picked this one just because I thought it was so interesting.
Okay.
I think it's like pretty clear, but blew my mind. Am I the asshole for not letting my older sister go to a concert she really wants to so I can go to a bachelorette party? I, female 21, and my older sister, female 22, still live at home with our family. We currently go to college and save money by living at home. Our way of paying our family is through helping a lot around the house, especially with our siblings. There are 7 kids, including me and her. Our family has a rule that only one person can spend the night. Like
a friend or something.
No, I don't think this English is first person's language, and like I've already read the whole thing. So spend the night, they mean like go out.
Oh.
Like only one of them is allowed to go out at night.
Oh, gosh, with 7 kids.
Yeah. Me and her can go out both days, just one of us have to be back by curfew. We have to ask for the day a week in advance. You can't ask earlier. So some background, my sister loves this local cover band and has been to a couple of their concerts. They aren't famous or anything. They just play the local venues every 2 months. She was upset at me because in January they came and she couldn't go because I had asked for that day because it was my partner's birthday. She really held it against me. Now my sister has been talking about this band and how much she wants to go to the band's next concert on March 15th. She asked my parents, but it was months ago, and my mom said she had to wait until the week before to ask. This is where I might be the asshole. My partner's cousin is having a bachelorette party and has invited me and my partner to go. It's also on March 15th, and I really want to go, so I asked my mom if I can have that day, and she said yes. My sister was late and found out I had asked for the day. I explained to her that it was a bachelorette party and she offered to switch for a different day, but I had said no. She told my mom that her boyfriend had already bought the tickets, apparently, when she had asked months ago because my mom said for her to go ahead and buy the tickets. My mom and my stepdad are going out of town for his birthday, and so one of us will have to stay home the whole time and watch the kids. After I found out her boyfriend bought the tickets, I told my partner and she said that she wouldn't go to the bachelorette party without me. She had already told her family that I'm coming to the party. If I don't go, she'll be the only person in her family not going. She offered to pay back my sister's boyfriend because the tickets were $15 each. My mom wants me to give the day to my sister and thinks it's an asshole move if I don't go, and I shouldn't feel bad for my partner not going to the party. I feel like either way, I'm the asshole if I go to the party or not. I'm asshole to my family if I go, and I'm an asshole to my partner's family if I don't go because my partner won't go without me.
This is crazy.
I think like right off the bat, I'm going to say like, your partner's the asshole for being like, if you don't come, I'm not going.
Like your partner can go by themselves.
Yes. It's like her family, they can go and like.
And don't make her feel bad because of something she can't control.
Totally. Like that's annoying to me. You're trying to be nice because you know your sister has wanted to go see this band for such a long time. Second, what the hell kind of rule is they are 21 and 22 years old, and you're like, only one of you can go out because you have to stay home and watch all of our children, and like we're going out of town.
I know. I'm like, okay, so if both of them went somewhere at night, are all the like how old are all the kids? Are they like?
I read in one of the comments the next eldest is 13,
okay.
but it's like it's not their responsibility.
Yeah,
like
the parents should get a babysitter then.
Yes, it's so weird.
It must be a cultural thing. I don't know. I think it's so bizarre, but like I wasn't raised that way.
I mean, they said
siblings,
like our way of like paying them back is by like doing this, but like at what point does it become too much?
Paying
like
them back?
Because they're living with them while they're at college. They're not living at college, which it's like, okay, I get it. Like helping around the house, watching your siblings from time to time, but to put like a curfew on a 22-year-old and a 21-year-old and say only one of them is allowed to go out and like stand so firmly on that when like you could so easily be like, I know that both of these things are important to my children, so I'm going to get a babysitter so they can go both do what they want to do. Huh? What the fuck?
I'm just thinking of like any family that has multiple children. Like, do you know how many times there's like same things happen, like different things happening on the same night? Like, imagine having to navigate that and be like, oh, I won't be able to go to prom because my sister wants to go to prom or like is going on a date or so. I don't know.
No,
that's just
literally.
Crazy. I feel like it's not how I've ever lived my life, and I've never seen that before.
No, I think it's bad parenting and bad partnering. And I think the only innocent person in the situation is the sister who wants to go to the concert.
Yeah, she already bought the tickets.
And like her mom straight up was like, her mom
told her to buy the tickets.
You have to wait a week before.
No, I'm like, it's like Corella. Like,
you can't, you're not allowed to schedule 2 months in advance. Not on my watch, chica. Yeah. Oh, by the way, I know you wanted to do that, but your dad and I are getting out of town and you got to watch all 7 kids.
Yeah, what is this, a corporation?
I would at that point just be like, I will do anything to not live under your rules.
Yeah. Imagine how freeing that would be to have like your own apartment after that. You could do anything you ever wanted.
It's just so,
Yeah.
I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
And I do I appreciate the parents and the partner like really put her in a tough spot because her partner like is manipulating her in a way where it's like, oh, you're going to do this to me and like my whole family's going to be mad at you because I'm not going because I won't go with it. That like break up with them.
Yeah, that's manipulative.
And then the parents are also like, you need to give the day to your sister or like you're a bad sister.
Yeah.
But it's like you're the ones who are implementing these psychotic rules.
Yeah. It makes no sense.
They're both victims. You know what? They're both victims.
I think
because she's trying to do the right thing.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm going to take the day and give it to her.
I think the parents just need to like loosen up a little bit. I don't know what the deal is. Maybe it's a different culture thing. Sorry if I'm offending that culture, but I don't understand it at all. I'm sorry.
No, it's a little nutty.
It is nutty. And it's like, so they can't ever do something on the same night? Like, that's insane.
Crazy.
What about, what about
what the hell are the parents doing that they like won't let them both go out?
Up in their penthouse.
Yeah, like, just like we're not actually watching the kids at all. They're your responsibility in full.
Your kids, actually.
Yeah, like the 2 sisters are literally like the mom and dad, and they're navigating raising children.
Yeah, like, okay, I'll go out tonight so you can stay home with the kids.
Yeah.
That's not okay.
That's what it's giving. Like, it's so bizarre.
It's also kind of like stealing their like early 20s away from them.
It's also like, oh my God, it's not like they're going to a club or whatever. Yeah. Like one of them wants to go to a concert.
Yeah.
And the other's probably going, I'm sure it's a tame bachelor party where like if you're inviting your significant other, like
it's probably a get together.
Like, weird.
Yeah, interesting. Well, if anyone has a family like that, let us know. Please write us into our Patreon if you have a family like
we'll
this.
be doing it this week.
Yes, we are recording Patreon this week. Patreon.com/onlyfriends. You can email us onlyfriends696969@gmail.com. With any questions, comments, concerns, am I the assholes? Am I overreacting? Or just, complaining about anybody in your life. And we will respond. And please give us any type of screenshots you have and all the info and context so we can really dig deep and find you on social media. No, I'm kidding. Other than that, we'll see you next week.
See you next week.